and the Holmen Vikings down here in Holmen this evening, and should be a good test for the Tigers in this one tonight.
Well, it should be, Gene, because typically, a lot of teams now are playing spread offenses. They throw the ball all over the yard, and Holmen is somewhat of a throwback. They've gone to a wishbone formation, two tight ends, wingbacks in motion, and they will hand the ball off a lot to their fullback, and they have several running backs that have put up some very decent yards. Now, not a very big team from what we understand. Looking at the field is kind of difficult to determine heights and weights, but overall, from what we understand, a very quick. Holmen does have a 100-yard rusher.
Now they have several very good rushers. The gentleman you're talking about is Drew Becker. He has rushed for more than 200 yards in two different this year, but he's not the only guy they have. They have
years what Wisconsin Rapids has run as far as an option style attack. So that will be the main thing. Again, that first down play will become so important. Marshfield trying to stop a team with only a yard or two gain, no more than that on first down, to set up some easier defensive calls. Gene, we're just about ready to go to kick this one off.
And Marshfield the ball to begin play. Neil Ott and Andy Gadel back in deep safety for the Tigers as right or north to south here at Holmen High School. Tigers get and the win in the first quarter. Johnson approaches. And his kick is away, line down the near sideline, bouncing around the 32-yard. Picked up there by a Tiger ball player who carries across the 35 out to about the 36-yard line. Tigers have good field position for their first position. That time by Jackson Ott. And so Marshfield puts the was passed for 1,037 yards and 12 touchdowns. By the way, Ryan
somewhat similar to what Menominee plays, with a very strong front. And Marshfield prefers a little where the Tigers season has been in that offensive line. So let's see what they can do against this quicker defense tonight.
It's a 3rd and 6 for the Tigers at their own 39-yard line. We'll see if Krieger throws the ball here. He's in the pistol. Takes snap and fades to pass. Has time. Throws. Had two men in that area, both Meverden and Bowman, and a Holmen defensive back went up and knocked the ball away, incomplete. And
proper adjustment there from Marshfield, as you said, Gene. Meverden and Bowman about 2 yards of each other, so that brought extra defenders into the play and made
kicking with a pretty strong wind here. Gets a low snap. On that play, Holmen takes over. 10:35 remaining in the opening quarter here at Holmen, and we have no score. And the Holmen Vikings have possession for the first time in this contest. Holmen led out by senior quarterback Isaac Handlin. Again, he's only thrown 23 times this year, 7 of 23 for 151 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But this is primarily a running ball club that we'll see from Holmen tonight. 1st and 10 from the 20. And some movement up front on the first play from scrimmage. A Tiger player apparently jumped into the neutral zone. Offside against the Tigers. And the ball moved out to the Holmen 25-yard line.
Things that happened early in ball games, especially against teams that you haven't played in recent years, getting used to snap counts, formations, and it takes both teams a little time to kind of adjust to the offense they've seen across from them.
Hamlin, the quarterback, Cable, the fullback. Double wing. Becker goes in motion. And on first down, the handoff goes to Becker. He's in the clear down the near sideline, across the 40, the 30, the 20-yard line, and he'll go all the way for the touchdown. The quarterback, Handlin, Go 75 yards for a score, and Holmen leads 6-0.
Well, a fake to the fullback inside, and Hanlon pulled the ball out and went between guard and tackle and got into the secondary before the Tigers even knew where he was.
One play, 80-yard scoring drive, and Holmen on top, 6-0. Hanlon, the quarterback, keeps it. That is his 6th rushing touchdown of the year.
Very hard offense to prepare for when you haven't seen it much.
Johnson on the PAT try. Kick is away, and the kick is wide to the far side. The kick is no good.
All right, that's big.
So 10:23 remaining in the opening quarter, and our score is Holmen 6 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll come back to Holmen and more football in just a moment.
I bet I know what you're not thinking about right now. Safety issues when it comes to water and electricity. Thank goodness Marshfield Utilities has done some thinking for you. Of course, it's up to you to follow through with smart thinking about things like, to prevent scalding water, heaters should be set no higher than 120 degrees. Always dry your hands before using a switch, plug, or electrical outlet. Stay away from fenced-in power stations, utility poles, and towers. Get all the facts about water and electric safety from Marshfield Utilities. Safety is important, don't you think?
Well, a good start for the Holmen Ball Club as they run 75 yards for a score on their first play from scrimmage. Vikings have an early lead here at Holmen, 6-0. And now the Tigers set to receive the kickoff once again.
Tigers expecting, I believe, a handoff to the fullback on that first play because he got hammered at the line of scrimmage, and if he had received the ball, he was going for no gain, maybe even a loss of yards, but the quarterback pulled the ball out and slid off guard and right up the middle of the field.
Johnson kicking off once again to Ott and Gadel. Johnson set, and the kick a line drive down the near sideline again. Again comes to Jackson Ott, heading to the far sideline across. Runs into his own man and falls down on the 31-yard line.
Although Holmen is kicking against the wind, they're kicking low line drives, and that actually works to the detriment of Marshfield because they've been known over the years for their kickoff returns and good setups, but it makes it very hard to do that against this kind of situation. So a low line drive knuckleball kick, Marshfield will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Tigers down early 6-0. Their second possession of the ball game. Ryan Krieger at quarterback again for Marshfield. Isaiah Byro the fullback. And Krieger back to pass. Throw to the far sideline. A diving catch by Meverden at the 38. And the officials will rule that a catch. Isaac Meverden makes the play. That is his 21st catch of the year. They'll mark the ball at the 37-yard line. So a gain of 6 on that pass play. 2nd and 4 for the Tigers at their own 37-yard line. Double wing, 2 wideouts on either side. Bowman comes in motion. Pitch play to Brandt, coming to the near sideline, cuts back to the inside, but gets pulled down back at the 34-yard line. Bowman couldn't cut back to the inside, and Abe mauling there to make the stop on Bowman on the 34. It's a loss of 3 on that play.
Bowman will go out now, Gene. He's trying to play tonight despite a bum ankle that he suffered in the last ball game. Didn't play in the second half last week. He just went to the sidelines now with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 for the Tigers, as Dale mentions, from the 34-yard line. Krieger sets up. Pierce comes in motion. Inside hand off to Gadel. Gets stopped in the backfield. Good stop by a Holmen defensive back. Seth Hauser comes up. Makes the play on Gadel behind the line. A loss of about 4 more back at the 29-yard line. And the Tigers face with 4th and 12, and they've gone backwards here on this second possession.
Holmen ran a blitz right up the middle of the field, and he knocked down the blocking that Marshfield was trying to establish on the counter, going from their left to right, and then also made the tackle.
Ryan Krieger on the punt once again, and again Craig Newsome Jr. back in deep safety inside the 25-yard line.
Yep, and it's that Craig Newsome. That sounds familiar to some people, ex-Packer player.
Krieger set, good snap. Rushes on, gets it away. High end over end kick. Newsome on his own 28-yard line gets hit immediately. And pulled down on the 31-yard line by Neil Ott. Holmen football on their own 31. Holmen on top in this ball game, 6-0. 8:20 remaining in the opening quarter. Some other games being played around central Wisconsin tonight in Division 1. Wisconsin Rapids at Neenah. That broadcast now underway on AM 1320, WFHR and WFHR.com. Also in Division 1, Stevens Point is at Hudson tonight. 1st and 10 for Holmen at their own 31-yard line. Handlin, the quarterback, checking his wristband. Becker, the wing on the far side. He's the main running back. Cable, the other running back, goes in motion. Now the fullback straight ahead. That's the fullback, Mitchell Terud, who goes straight ahead to about the 41, picks up 10 runs on that play. Terud for 10 to the 41. It looks like he's about a half yard shy of the first down. 2nd and less than 1 for Holmen at their own 41-yard line. Handlin, the quarterback. Becker comes in motion, and Terud again straight ahead, out into the 50-yard line for the first down.
This power football straight ahead. Instead of two wingbacks now, they've taken their right wingback and put him into the backfield behind the guard and tackle on the right side, and they're running behind him.
1st and 10 for Holmen at their own 49. Holmen leads 6-0. 7:40 remaining in the first quarter. Handlin sets down the line. Becker comes in motion, gets a pitch coming to the near sideline, and gets hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage, falls forward to the Marshfield 45. That's Becker, the main running back in this offense. He still picks up 6 on that carry.
Ott in on the tackle. Howlett, good job helping getting out there and helping turn that play in.
Now 2nd and 4 for Holmen at the Marshfield 45-yard line. Marshfield Tigers in the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. Off to a slow start tonight. Holmen sets down the line, double wing. Terud, the fullback, right behind Handlin. Cable goes in motion. Terud again gets the fake, but Handlin keeps the ball and carries inside the 40 to the Tiger 36 for another first down.
And he had nothing but green ahead of him, but there was a Marshfield Tiger player lying on the ground, just off tackle, reached out a hand. I couldn't see who that was. Reached out a hand and just grabbed the Howland as he went by and tripped him up. Otherwise, we'd be lining up for another extra point here.
Gain of 8 for Handlin. 1st and 10 for Holmen at the Tiger 37-yard line. Holmen making it look easy so far tonight. Cable goes in motion. Inside handoff to Becker. No place to go. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. Good job that time by a Tiger defensive ball player. That's Travis Altman. Made the hit at the 36-yard line. Gain of only 1 on the play. 2nd about 8.5 now for Holmen at the Tiger 36-yard line. Holmen may not pass very much tonight. Double wing with Terud, the fullback. Handlin, the quarterback. Sets down the line. Tigers have a 5-man front on this play. Cable goes in motion, and it's Handlin keeping it once again, diving forward to about the 31. Tigers defending that quarterback dive a bit better on that play. Handlin gets 5 on the carry. And 3rd and 5 for Holmen at the Marshfield 31-yard line.
This type of offense will take a look at the Tiger defense and look at the line and try to determine whether Marshfield's playing a tight pinching defense or outside, then make a call accordingly.
Becker goes in motion.
Almost drew Marshfield off sides again.
Handlin now stops, walks towards the Holmen bench, checks his wristband, goes back to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 5. Again, Becker in motion, and Handlin keeps it once again and carries it down to about the 25-yard line near the first down marker and stopped there by Jackson Ott. He may have the first down, looks like he will. Handlin gets about 5 on that carry. 1st and 10 for Holmen at the Marshfield 26. Now 5:10 remaining in the opening quarter, and Marshfield trails early in this ball game, 6-0.
4-man defensive front on this play for the Tigers.
They've been changing defensive fronts. Double wing once again. The formation does not change. 2 tight ends. Becker in motion, and Handlin keeps once again, but gets hit and spins himself forward for maybe a yard, but Neil Ott and Jackson Ott combined on the tackle near the line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard on that play.
That time a fake to the fullback, and Howland tried to keep it off right tackle. trying to slide down the line, but a good play by Ott coming up. One thing here, looking at the Tiger defense, they have all 11 people within about 7 or 8 yards of the line of scrimmage to stop this rushing game. Somebody breaks that front, they're gone.
2nd and 9 for Holmen at the Tiger 25. Cable goes in motion. He gets a pitch, cuts back to the inside, breaks some tackles, and carries inside yard line. Well, it looked like Johnsrud may have shot at him, but just couldn't catch up to him. And the ball down at the 18-yard line. And a 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2 for Holmen at the Tiger 18-yard line. Holmen offense looking very formidable thus far. Tigers have not seen this style of offense this season. Having a tough time adjusting. Now 3rd and 2 from the 18-yard line. Hadland sets down the line once again. Looks over, and a timeout is called. We have a timeout charge to Holmen, their first of the first half. 3:40 remaining in the first quarter, and our score is Holmen 6 and Marshfield nothing. We'll come back to Holmen and more football in just a moment.
This time of year, the roads aren't exactly your truck's friend. So when your truck parts start to fall apart, come to V&H for what you need. At V&H, our parts department is your one-stop shop for all things heavy truck. We've got a large inventory of all makes truck parts from more than 300 sources that helps you drive away in confidence. So come on in and see our parts department today. V&H, the driving force in heavy trucks and equipment.
At 1505 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, or vhtrucks.com.
You're listening to Marshfield Tiger football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer. I'm Gene Delisio along with Dale Yukaitis at Holmen. The Holmen Vikings playing very well at the outset tonight, leading early 6-0 and threatening a score once again. They have a 3rd and 2 at the Marshfield 18-yard line as we resume play.
Holmen coming up to the line of scrimmage and taking a look at Marshfield's defensive alignment in this 3rd and 2, and then calling timeout. Marshfield back to a 4-man defensive front here.
Isaac Handlin, the quarterback, sets down the Holmen line of scrimmage. Cable goes in motion, and Handlin keeps it once again, has the first down, and falls forward to near the 10-yard line. Handlin gets 8 more and gives Holmen a first down. Looks like back at the 11, but a first down for Holmen at the Tiger 11-yard line. Now with 3:35 remaining in the opening quarter, and Marshfield trailing 6-0.
5 first downs for Holmen thus far, if one of those being if I give them credit for the first down on a 74-yard touchdown run.
They've run the ball very, very well. They do not pass the ball very often, only 24 passing attempts all season long. And they've not needed a pass so far tonight. 1st and 10 Holmen from the Tiger 11. Handlin sets the line down. Decker in motion, gets the pitch on the sweep, cuts back inside, across the 10 to the 5, and in the end zone for the touchdown. Drew Becker goes 11 yards for his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. An 11-play, 69-yard scoring drive, and Holmen now leads 12-0.
Drew Becker carries for 11 yards and a Holmen touchdown.
Despite having missed the first extra point, Holmen looks like they will not go for 2. They're lining up to kick again, Gene.
Johnson on to attempt to kick the PAT.
Yeah.
And a penalty flag down.
Penalty marker down.
Tigers may have jumped here. We'll see what the official call is.
Offside against Marshfield.
Official still discussing.
Yeah, so Holmen now will, with only a yard and a half to go for the extra point or the conversion, looks like they will try to go for 2 here as they are shifting personnel.
It appears the call is offside against Marshfield. And so Holmen go for the 2-point play here. And Holmen does line up for the 2-point conversion try. Very tight formation. And now a flag down. And Marshfield offside again. The Tigers offside on successive PAT tries. Don't see that very often.
Well, the first one, they jumped. Apparently, Holmen was going on a second count or a second sound on an extra point, which is kind of unusual. Most teams call like ready or set and then snap the ball on a silent count. This time, Marshfield lined up offsides.
Now Holmen again going for the two-point conversion. And Torud, the fullback, gets in off the right side for the two-point play. So that stops the clock with 3:02 remaining in the first quarter. Our score is Holmen 14 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll return to Holmen and more football following this message.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan, along with its many affiliated providers, high school athletes.
Vikings kicking off once again.
Well, you certainly can't afford to go 3 and out tonight. Go 3 and out as the Tigers have done. Kick the ball, and you're putting the ball right back in the hands of this power running offense.
Tigers move up a few feet here for the kickoff by Johnson. Line down the center this time. And picked up by Jackson Ott, reversing his field across the 35 and stood up around the 36-yard line. Tiger football on their own 36. Marshfield down 14-0, 2:54 remaining in the opening quarter. Now we'll give you more details on this game and a complete review of the WIAA football playoffs on our On Sports program tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ, as well as WDLB WOSQ.com. First and Tigers from their own 35-yard line. Tigers looking for their first of the ball game. Ryan Krieger at quarterback. Gadel goes in motion, and it's Byron. No, it's Krieger keeping it himself. A nice gain to a carries. Week in that ball game against Wausau West, ran for 69 yards and a touchdown. He gains 5 on that play. Favorite near side. By Meverton, who falls down at the first down marker, the 45-yard line. About 5 yards on the pass play. Meverton's second catch tonight, and very close to a first down, if not a first down. Officials taking a long look, but it appears to be at their own 45-yard line. Bowman comes in motion. Situation is. I wonder if they'll just do the play over again.
Well,
because it still says third down on the yard marker. We may have a do-over, folks.
They may have a do-over, yet they're spotting the ball beyond the first down marker. This is interesting.
3rd and inches for the Tigers, apparently, at their own 45.
Now they slid it back to inside. Officials are talking to the Tiger bench, explain what the call or what the options are, I guess.
We have 1:34 left in the first quarter. Holmen leads 14-0. It appears the Tigers will get a new play after an inadvertent whistle stopped a 3rd and short play.
Have to snap the ball back. They're catching it deep in the backfield. You got to get to the line.
Here we go. Gadel in motion. And Krieger keeps it himself, gets hit behind the line, and he won't get there.
Yep.
Stop back at the 44, a loss of 1. Krieger stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So now it's 4th and a full yard and a half for Marshfield at their own 44-yard line.
It's the one thing I don't like about this formation. Obviously, the Tigers have been very effective with it this year, but when you're in a 4th and 1 or 4th and less than 1 or 3rd and 1,
now the Tigers will go for it.
The Tigers are going to go for it, a 4th and a yard and a half, Gene.
Yeah, from their own 44, Marshfield to go for it. Krieger in the pistol, gets the snap, looks to pass, throws far sideline, caught for the first down at the 50-yard line. Sideline pattern by a Tiger receiver over there. And not sure who that is. That ball player disappeared into the Tiger bench. after making the catch. He was double teamed, made the catch, and then disappeared to the Tiger bench. But the play gained 6 yards, and it's a first down for the Marshfield Tigers at the 50-yard line. 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Marshfield trails 14-0. Tigers line up, double wing once again. Gadel in motion. And Krieger runs the ball. There is across the 50, 45-yard line, the 40, breaks into the secondary, and pulled down from behind at the 33-yard line.
Well, Marshfield giving Holmen a little taste of their own medicine that time with a nice inside handoff fake to Byrol, and then Krieger keeping the ball off tackle with Gadel trailing to look for the pitch, but a nice nifty move by Krieger at the line of scrimmage got him the positive yards.
Ryan gains 16, first and 10 Tigers at the Holmen 34. Double wing formation. Gadel goes through in motion. Krieger gives to Byrol off tackle. Has a nice gain to near the 30-yard line. Pulled down about the 31, maybe the 32, but he'll gain about 4 yards on that play. See where they mark the ball, right on the 31-yard line, it appears. 2nd and 7 coming up, and that play will end the first quarter of football here at Holmen High School. Our first quarter score is Holmen 14 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll come back with the second quarter in just a moment.
When you think about it, investing is more than just money. You're trying to achieve something important for you or your family. That goal could be a comfortable retirement, college, or protecting your family. But here's the real question. What's important to you? Hi, I'm Randy Gershman, your Marshfield Edward Jones financial advisor. Setting the specific, realistic goal is the first step, and I can help. Contact me today at 715-387-8662. See for yourself how Edward Jones...
Healthcare comes with worry. That's me.
And I'm here to replace them.
What? What do you mean, replace me? You can't replace me. I mean, look at you. No anxiety, no paranoia, not even a hint of neuroses. What's your biggest worry?
Don't have any. I'm security.
Biggest fear?
None.
What keeps you up at night?
Oh, I know this one. Happy thought.
I see his mouth moving, but I can't understand what's coming out of it.
Second quarter starting here in Holmen High School. Marshfield Tigers have some ground to gain. Trailed by 14. Marshfield has a 2nd and 8 here at the play. Tigers going against the wind here. Caden Pierce spins away from tacklers to the 30 to the 29 and pulled down along the far side. On a tough run for Ryan Krieger to gain 3 yards.
Pretty nifty. Yep. He was about 3 yards deep in the backfield, running down the line with that option look.
Mark back at the 30.
A couple of nifty moves, able to get away from the line of scrimmage and pick up the extra couple yards.
It's a 3rd and 5 for the Tigers at the Holmen 30-yard line. Favorite out wide near side, Meverton far side. Krieger back in that pistol. Caden Pierce goes in motion. Krieger runs the option again, keeps the hit from behind and pulled down at the line of scrimmage. Nice lateral pursuit by one of the Holmen defensive line play, Kyle Burkhart. Krieger stopped for no gain. He's not at full strength. Krieger back to pass, being blitzed, throws to the far sideline, and the ball incomplete. Looking for Meverton on the far sideline inside the 30. The ball was thrown a bit too high, and Meverton trying to outjump Craig Newsom Jr. for the football, and the ball sailed by them, both incomplete, and the Tigers lose the ball on downs.
Newsom climbing up the back of Meverton as that ball got there, but apparently the officials felt he may have been at least approaching going for the football. No call, no flag.
And so the Holmen offense takes over once again on their own 30. They've been not been stopped yet tonight, early in the second quarter. And Holmen on top, 14-0. Isaac Handlin leads out the Holmen attack once again. Tight formation. And Handlin keeps the ball himself on the option. He gets stood up after a short gain. Tigers defends that one very well. And several Tigers, led by Schwannebeck Osterman and Stanek, make the hit on Hanlon after a 1-yard gain.
33 yards and 7 carries thus far for Hanlon. Excuse me, 70. I forgot to add the 74 in. Never mind.
He may dispute that. Yes.
107 yards. Yes.
He's over 100 yards. That's his best showing of the year. His previous best, 81 against La Crosse Logan. 2nd and 9 for Holmen at their own 31. Hanlon barking out the play. 4 down linemen here for Marshfield. Becker in motion, and it's the fullback Torud straight ahead for about 3 out to the 34-yard line. Tigers seem to be defending that running game a bit better here, but still this Holmen attack very dangerous. Now they're faced with 3rd and 6 at their own 34. This might be their longest yard to gain situation in 3rd down tonight.
103 yards. 7 carries, took the other shoe off, started counting on the other toes. That way I've got it all figured out.
3rd and 6, Holmen at their own 34. Cable in motion, gets the pitch on the sweep, gets hit from behind and pulled down back at the 32-yard line. Good pursuit by Johns Rude and Jackson Odd, and looks like Schwannebeck Osterman as well. And Cable pulled down back at the 32 yards. And the first 3 and out of the night for Holmen. It's 4th and 8 for the Vikings at their own 32. And they send Drew Becker in the ball game to punt the football away. Tigers send Neil Ott back deep at his own 35.
Ott's got to back up more on this. He's not back deep enough.
The kick on the way. It's a floater. Ott at his own 31 drops the ball. There's a scramble inside the 35-yard line. Here's Marshfield has the ball. Tigers have the football at their own 33-yard line. 9:17 remaining in the first half, and Marshfield trailing in this ball game 14-0. Hey, we got a great car of the game for you tonight from Gross Auto of Marshfield, the new 2017 Buick Enclave, all-wheel drive, and it's loaded with a moonroof, navigation system, leather heated seats, heated steering wheel, and Bluetooth. White exterior Enclave now offered at a discount of $10,000. You can save $10,000 on this 2017 Enclave. Check it out at grossauto.com or on the lot, Gross Buick on North Central Avenue in Marshfield.
People at Gross allowed me to take Graham Olson for a ride in that vehicle. He kept standing up and looking out of the top of the moonroof and doing a princess wave to the crowd. Pretty embarrassing.
1st and 10 Tigers at their own 32. Krieger running the option. Pitches it back late, and the ball's dropped and then fallen on by a Tiger running back. I think that was Bowman back inside the 30. And the Tigers lose about 4 on that play.
Yeah, the difference in the type of option there, that's a speed option, which there's no handoff or fake to the inside to hold the defense. Krieger immediately running to the outside. Good pursuit by Holmen.
2nd and 13 Tigers at their own 29. Tigers moving against the wind here in the second quarter. Krieger fades to pass. Has time, throws near sideline, but got hit as he threw. It's incomplete. Hit hard as he threw. Took a hard hit from Borkart, the defensive tackle. And the ball falls incomplete.
Krieger is 3 of 6 for 15 yards thus far.
Ryan has thrown for over 100 yards 6 times this year. Over 1,000 yards for the season. 3rd and 13 Tigers at their own 29-yard line. Again, the Tigers passing against the wind here in the second quarter. Good crowd of Marshfield fans on hand to see this ball game tonight. Trip not all that far to go from Marshfield to Holmen.
Well, if you don't get a first down here or move it out of here, you're going to kick from deep in your territory against the wind.
That'd be tough.
So big play here for the Tigers.
And Krieger back to pass the football. Throws deep across the middle, and the ball is through the hands of Andy Gadel near midfield. Incomplete. Good throw, a bit out of reach for Andy. Up the seam. An incomplete pass and a 3 and out for the Tigers. It's 4th and 13 Marshfield at their own 29-yard line. And Krieger will have to punt against that wind, Dale.
Krieger putting a lot on that pass and threw it on a line, and just a little bit too hard for Gadel as he tried to turn and make a catch on that pass going down the middle.
Craig Newsom back in deep safety for Holmen. Krieger kicking from his own 15-yard line. Good snap. Big rush. Very high kick. Newsom calls for a fair catch and makes it on his own 39-yard line. Holmen football on their own 39, 8.5 remaining in the first half. And Marshfield trails Holmen 14-0 at halftime. Former Marshfield Tiger football standout Corey joins us. Talk about his induction last weekend into the Marshfield Hall of Fame. That's at halftime this evening.
3 punts for Marshfield so far by Krieger. First one with aid wind aided, 61 yards. Then a 38-yarder. This one 32. Not bad considering kicking into that strong wind.
Holmen offense back on the field from their own 39-yard line. Becker in motion. Handoff to Teru, the fullback, for about 1 yard straight ahead. Stopped almost immediately by Noah Preston. 1 yard for Torud. 2nd and 9 for Holmen at their own 39-yard line. Holmen scored touchdowns on their first possessions, first 2 possessions. The first possession on a 75-yard scoring run by the quarterback.
See if Holmen comes back left this time. They've had some success going that direction.
Becker goes in motion and back to pass. Gets hit before he throws, and a quarterback sack by Jackson Ott. Jackson Ott on a safety blitz. Knocks down Hanlon back at the 35-yard line for a loss of 5.
Blindside shot. Holmen trying to cross up the Tigers. Like Gene mentioned before, they only threw the ball 7 or 8 times all season. And I think completed, 4 of those in one ball game?
7 of 23.
7 of 23. They've only completed 7 passes, okay. Nevertheless, they don't throw it very much. That time trying for the sneak attack, and good defensive call by Lynn Lutke Jr.
Jackson Ott with the sack, his first of the year. 3rd and 14 for Holmen at their own 35-yard line. Cable comes in motion and stops. And timeout. Holmen wants a timeout. Their second timeout of the first half. 7:04 remaining in the second quarter. Marshfield trails Holmen 14-0. Back to Holmen and more football in just a moment.
Everyone deserves to feel good inside, and the experts at House of Heating know how to make you feel good inside your home with indoor comfort systems that are inside your budget. Get up to a $1,600 rebate on a qualified new Lennox system that will keep your comfort up and your utility bills down. Call House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or visit them on the web at houseofheating.com.
Marshfield Tiger football tonight here on WDLB, a service of the Dental Clinic of Marshfield, Marshfield Utilities, and V&H Heavy Trucks of Marshfield and Prentice.
Holmen will line up with 2 tight ends, 2 wingbacks on either side, although one of them sometimes slides in as a blocker. They'll start a wingback in motion. He'll go deep and then freeze, and then Holmen will kind of recheck the play. Here they go again.
3rd and 14 Holmen at their own 35-yard line. Cable in motion. And Hanlon, the quarterback, takes it himself. Gains a nice gain out to near the 35, but then stopped there by Nolan Hurdle at the 45-yard line. 4 yards short of the first down. So 4th and 5 for Holmen at their own 45, and Holmen sends in the punt unit.
So 2 consecutive good defensive series for the Tigers as they start to get used to this offense.
Neil Ott back in deep safety. Fake might be in order here near midfield on 4th and 5. Good snap, and it is a fake.
There it is.
And here comes Decker to the near sideline, turns the corner. He'll have the first down inside the 50 and pulled down around the 45-yard line. The punter, Decker, is also the leading ball carrier on this team. He runs the fake, and Holmen has the ball inside the Tiger 45-yard line at the 42.
Ran around the left side. 1 man out there for the Tigers trying to turn it in, but by the time the pursuit adjusted, first down Holmen Vikings.
1st and 10 for Holmen. That was a run of halfway through the second quarter. Holmen 14-0. They have the ball back on the fake punt. Isaac Hanlon at quarterback. Cable comes in motion. And Hanlon keeps it, now pitches back to Decker, trying to turn the corner, but he's strung out and goes down back behind the line of scrimmage. Good lateral pursuit by the Tigers. Hurdle is over there. Looks like Jackson Ott there as well, a couple of other Tigers. And Becker stopped back at the 45-yard line, lost 3.
Procedure, Gene.
Oh, we have a procedure call as well.
Two flags thrown on that play, one coming from the referee behind the play.
Illegal shift against Holmen declined. As the Tigers take the play, it's a loss of 3. And 2nd and 13, Holmen at the Marshfield 45-yard line. Quarter, but Holmen ran that fake punt, and that gives them new life. 2nd and 13. Hanlon sets down the line. Becker in motion. Hanlon keeps it himself. At the Marshfield 41.
A very good spot on that play. So another
Means 4. And Holmen isn't a 4th down situation here. They'll likely go for it. 4th and about 4 for Holmen at the Tiger 37-yard line.
time a little inside counter, bringing one of those wing backs or up backs back inside.
Tigers want to stop here. Becker goes in motion, then stops. And the Vikings check their wristbands. Hanlon back under center. 4th and 4 from the 37. Cable in motion. And Hanlon back to pass, being rushed. Throws across the middle. A man wide open. That's Becker, who goes in the end zone for the touchdown. Isaac Hanlon throws his touchdown pass of the year, a 37-yarder to Drew Becker.
Tigers playing tight defensively on that 3rd down play, and nobody got back on defense.
Johnson on again for the PAT try as Holmen extends its lead. Ball is placed down. 0:07 remaining in the 2nd quarter. And our score now is 21 and Holmen, and more football in just a moment.
Packers interception. At the 15, the 10, the 5.
Fan, then you are a part of the pack. And McDonald's has signature crafted recipes for every pack member. Come try McDonald's new flavor creation, the Zesty Nacho. Available on a burger, buttermilk crispy chicken, or grilled chicken sandwich, and topped with crispy.
Where their drive stalled out in Holmen territory.
On that fake punt, a big play. Gave Holmen new life. The kick. And over into the far side, bouncing around and grabbed by Neil Ott on the 20-yard line. Across the out over the 30 and pushed back at about the 32-yard line. The scoring plays in this ball game at halftime, and that's a service of Ag communities throughout central Wisconsin. 4 minutes left in the first half, and Holmen on top, 21-0. On offense, on the field once again. Bowman and Gadel the wings. Isaiah Byro the fullback. Gadel goes in motion. And here's Byro straight ahead for some nice yardage. The 35 to the 36-yard line.
Very hard, nice tough 4 yards there for Isaac.
Ran for 41 against Meverden far side. Crossed the 40 by Meverden. Carries out to near the 50-yard line. Meverden on a pass up the seam, out 48. That play gains 12 yards and gives Marshfield the first down.
Slant pattern at the time by Meverden. Krieger goes back 1 step. After that short snap to him, puts it right on the money.
1st and 10 Tigers. Krieger to throw the ball once again. Time rolling to the near sideline. He'll take off here across the 50, 45, 40, and out of bounds inside the Holmen 40-yard line. Krieger runs for 14 yards on that play to the Holmen 38 and gives Marshfield a down, stops the clock with 3:05 remaining in the second quarter. Time break. Riverton far side, Fravor to the near side, Pierce and Gadel wings. Gadel comes low snap, and Krieger hitting the backfield, and he'll go down. He lost the football as well, but may have fallen on the ball, but 5-yard line.
There was a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage by closing down and blocking their inside gap as Holmen ran a blitz right up the middle as they did earlier to stop a counterplay by Marshfield. This time, the guy was in Krieger's face. He hardly had the ball on the snap, and he got hit.
And that Holmen offense back on the field, looking for a late score here in the second quarter. Isaac Handlin playing quarterback for the Vikings. Becker goes in motion. He gets a pitch. Tigers string this one out, has no place to go. Falls forward to the 45-yard line, but that will lose a yard from that pass play and the fake punt. The Tigers have defensed Becker pretty well. Becker goes in motion. Handlin hands off to Rude, the fullback, straight ahead for about 4. Stopped at the 41-yard.
Marshfield again playing, and they pretty much have to try to stop this running game, playing all 11 players.
Where this time? Clock winding down, 1:20 left before halftime. Neil Ott back in deep safety at the 10-yard line. Becker kicking from his own 45. Good snap. He is kicking this time. High kick along the far sideline. And the Tigers let the ball roll inside the 5 and into the end zone for a touchback. Marshfield football on their own 20-yard line in the second quarter. And Marshfield trails Holmen 20. The team that wins this game will play Ashwaubenon. Menominee, by the way, ranked number 5 in the state. Green Bay Southwest is ranked number 9. Marshfield Tiger
slow getting off the side play, now lining up in formation.
61 seconds left before halftime. Tigers have all 3 timeouts. Bowman goes in motion. Krieger thrown to the near sideline, caught by Fravor to the 30, turns back upfield to the 40-yard line, stiff arms a man, and taken down around the 45. Colin Fravor on the catch for Marshfield, his 4th of the year.
There was a receiver from Marshfield that caught a pass earlier on the far sideline and got a first down. I think that may have been Fravor on that catch, but
yeah, we couldn't tell.
Tough to tell. I did give that catch to Meverton because he had been on that side, but Fravor making
6 yards on the play. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 46. Krieger throwing again, steps up, gets hit, spins down, and tries to spin away, but pulled down back at the 41. Krieger sat back at the 41-yard line. He loses 5 on the play. And the Tigers may have called timeout here. Tigers taking a timeout there first of the first half. Ball's back at the 42. It'll be 2nd and 14. 45 seconds remaining before halftime. And Marshfield trailing Holmen 21-0. Again at halftime, Corey Gilderneck joins us to talk about his great Tiger sports career. That's at halftime this evening. Again, the Tigers and Holmen last played in the playoffs back in 2012 in the second round. Marshfield won that game at Beale Stadium 42-14. Riley Gabeline running for 167 yards and 4 touchdowns, including a 93-yard touchdown run. And Bo Howard passed for 121 yards and a score in that ball game for Marshfield.
Haven't seen a lot of Brant Bowman tonight. He's been on the field for a few plays. Again, on this situation, he comes off the field.
It's 2nd and 14, Tigers at their own 42. Krieger back in the pistol. Gadel comes through in motion. Ryan takes the snap, being blitzed, gets away, dumps it off far sideline, in traffic and incomplete. Trying to toss it to Gadel on a screen, but the screen really was not formed because Ryan was being hurried by a defensive line rush, and the ball perhaps thrown a bit earlier than Ryan wanted, so it falls incomplete. Now a 3rd and 14 for Marshfield at their own 42, 39 seconds left before halftime. Tigers line up once again. Krieger again back to pass, being rushed, gets away again, heads for the far sideline, flips it out to a lineman, and that's not going to work. A great play by Sam Hazley, who makes the catch on a flip, and fine play by Sam, who caught the ball, turned upfield, ran a few yards, but that's not going to fool anybody, I don't believe, and that play may be called back.
Yeah, Sam will be at a Christmas party years down the line talking to his grandkids and saying, you should have seen the time that I caught a pass against Holmen, and boy, did I rumble. Did I go.
Well,
I forgot to tell you, I was a lineman, caught an illegal pass.
Yeah, he took off all right, gained a few yards, but
Krieger threw it right to him. I mean, there wasn't much else that Sam could do. I mean, it's coming right at your chest. You can grab it and run it. What the heck?
So the ball brought back to the 35-yard line. It's a loss of down as well, I believe, so 4th down. And the Tigers have to get to the Holmen 44 for 1st down, so 4th and 21 with 29 seconds remaining before halftime. And the clock now is starting. Holmen does have one timeout remaining if they'd like to use it.
Marshfield just now coming back off the sidelines from the timeout. They might not get this one off.
Nobody back deep. Now Newsom scrambling back. 10 seconds left, and the clock still rolling. The time count has not started from the back judge as of yet.
Don't send Steven snap it here.
No, they probably won't. And the clock will run out before the snap occurs. And so the Tigers do not have to punt the football, and that play ends the first half of football here at Holmen, and the Holmen Vikings looking very impressive in this first half of football here at Holmen. Let's check some other games being played around central Wisconsin tonight. In Division 3, Medford is at Antigo this evening, Mosinee at Onalaska, and Merrill at Rice Lake. In Division 4, Nakusa at Osceola. In Division 5 football, Stratford at Bonduel, Wittenberg Burnhamwood at Stanley Boyd, Oconto at Spencer Columbus, Colby at Amherst. In Division 6, Auburndale is at Crandon. Coverage of that game is now underway on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and on WDLB, WOSQ.com. Also in Division 6 tonight, Niagara Goodman Pembine is at Marathon, Fall Creek at Regis. In Division 7, Frederick is at Abbotsford, Owen Withy is at Loyal, Athens playing at Edgar this evening, and Assumption at Pittsfield tonight as well. Our broadcast of that game now underway on 105.5 FM, WLJY, and WLJYFM.com. That broadcast underway from Pittsfield, Assumption and Pittsfield meeting in that one this evening. Once again.
Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withy, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ag Country Farm Credit Services has been serving agriculture and rural communities for nearly 100 years. They offer a wide array of financial products, such as loans and leases for farm operations and real estate financing, rural home loans, crop insurance, tax preparation, and much more. Contact your Marshfield Ag Country Farm Credit Services office in front of the mall on Central Avenue today. Equal Opportunity Lender and Provider.
Are you tired of pressing buttons only to talk to a machine? Then it's time to switch to a local insurance agency. Someone you know and trust to be there for you and your family. S&S Insurance at 207 West Upham Street in Marshfield has been serving the area since 1985. S&S Insurance Services can tailor any auto, home, life, business, or farm policy to fit your life. Call S&S Insurance for a free quote today at 715-387-3477 or stop by and visit one of their experienced agents at 207 West Upham Street in Marshfield.
Your wedding anniversary, it's a special celebration, and a special celebration calls for nothing but the best. Premium Hefco roses. Hi, this is Liz from Hefco Floral Company, reminding you not to forget that special day and to make it memorable with beautiful long-stem fresh roses. Call 387-1129 today and order our premium Hefco roses. Hefco Floral Company, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturdays 8 till noon. Hefco's, your florist. We help you celebrate your life.
The Marshfield Tiger Athletic Hall of Fame inducted 6 new members into its Hall of Fame.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Be recognized for, my little contribution in sports at the hands greatly of those that maybe don't get the recognition. Speaking football, the offensive linemen, the wide receivers, all the blocks made, the guys that don't necessarily get talked to after a game all the time, and just very happy and appreciative of the moment.
Before we talk about your high school career, Corey, how about some thoughts about the earlier years, maybe elementary school, junior high, your first experiences with sports?
Sure. Mrs. Jansen was inducted in the Hall of Fame as well, and she was one of those teachers that, she made it cool to be competitive. She made it okay to, hey, try your hardest, do what you can, and next time try to do a little bit better. And I look back in middle school or junior high and think about those times, and I appreciate that. Being on B team, maybe not being the best athlete at the time, not developing, and getting the opportunity to better myself and compete, and moments like that kind of drove me to work harder. So
you came to the Marshfield Tiger sports program, primarily known as a football guy, had success in other sports, but we'll talk about football first. First of all, how about some thoughts from you on some of the highlights of your football career?
First and foremost, the opportunity to play football for Len Lutke. Great person, great coach, somebody that, I didn't want to disappoint. Even thinking about those times and playing with your people you grew up with, your best friends, sometimes family, a great experience. I was able to go on and play college, and the difference between college and high school was so different, and I wouldn't trade in my high school experience for anything.
Known as an outstanding running back for the Marshfield Tigers, if you would describe what you felt was your style, some of the strengths you had as a football player.
Never the fastest guy, probably never the strongest. I thought vision was probably my best. I had the opportunity to play behind some of the best offensive lines in Marshfield that I could think of or that I know of. I got to play with Adam Stenovich, who played. I think he was first team All Big Ten a couple of years. Got to play in the pros for a little bit. Ben Corcoran, who's now a coach at Marshfield. I played behind some outstanding people that made my job easy, but to be able to find those holes and get some yards, I think was my strong suit.
And you had some great success at Marshfield High School and state tournament appearances, things like that. Tell us about what that was like to be involved in state championship games and being that successful.
Surreal to be able to bring back a gold ball to your community, to a lot of people that would show up at the games and don't necessarily have the close connection to the football team or the sports programs, but just love to support their community and to be able to bring a little something back to a town that did so much for you as far as education and just an upbringing, humble beginnings. It was awesome. I wouldn't trade it.
What was it like for you and your teammates, the mood on those teams that had such great success? Tell us about the confidence level you had going into ball games when you were facing, very good teams, but it seemed like you had confidence you could beat just about anybody anyway.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at it and thinking about some of the pregame conversations that the coaches, Coach Lukey, Coach Gadel, Lee Weigel, another inductee, just having us ready for the games. We went into a game thinking, well, there's no way we were going to lose. They had us so well prepared, and I don't think that there was a doubt amongst us. We made a promise. My sophomore year, there was a kind of a tradition in Marshfield that a few select sophomores would get moved up to the varsity level in the playoffs. When I was a sophomore, Ross Needham, I think Brandon Zolfi, and a few others got moved up to play. And it was 99. We lost. I think we were state runners up. And to see what the defeated coaching staff, the disappointment, us as sophomores made a promise that we'd get back and do our best to bring a championship back to Marshfield, and to be able to come full circle and turn it around and make good on that promise was awesome.
Any games in particular that were highlights for you?
Any Everest game. There's just so much history there to play. Coach Stephenhagen and his program, play those guys, and to beat them every time I think I played them was something that I think I'll always remember. The state championship game against Kenosha Tremper, complete team game, defensive touchdown, passing touchdowns, running touchdowns, great special teams play. That's something that I'll always remember. And the individual moments are here and there, but just as a team and as, like I said, friends that I grew up with, being able to see them all kind of enjoy the same victory.
How about your college career, EW lacrosse, going on to play college ball? What was that like for you?
It was great. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, it was a little bit different. I competed on some very successful teams, made it far into the playoffs, played a lot of tough whitewater teams, and the success Whitewater's had probably in the last 10, 14, 15 years speaks for itself, but part of 3 conference championships, started for 3 years for lacrosse. Coach Denny Gadel kind of said, hey, you should look at lacrosse. I played there, and it was some of the best advice I could get. I met my future wife there, and I wouldn't second guess that decision or have any regrets about that moment at all.
Corey, I see a lot of guys go to college to play college football in the WIAC, in the Midwest Conference, the NACC, and after a year or two, they're just fall by the wayside. Very few guys really stick it out for 4 years. It's a different level. The time commitment is very great, and it's a very tough challenge. What made you stick it out and play 4 years of college football?
Kind of my background, the work ethic that that was instilled in me in an early age. My parents were self-motivated people. They started and developed their own business, and that work ethic. With the coaching I got along the way, just stick it out. There was tough times. There's a fresh gray shirt period or a red shirt period when I was there, and so no doubt tough times, but stick it out and good things will happen, and it did. And there's some luck along the way, so there's no doubt about it, but Division III football is not easy, and it's for people that truly love the game and aren't necessarily the most talented or have the size or speed that your Division I people have, but it's competitive just the same. And again, that experience has made me who I am today, so I'll cherish it forever.
Marshfield's Corey Gilderneck inducted into the Marshfield Tiger Athletic Hall of Fame in ceremonies at River Edge Golf Course in Marshfield last Saturday evening. More football on WDLB and WOSQ in just a moment.
Business insurance. If you own a business, you need coverage. Talk to the experts at Schwartz Insurance. Over 90 years experience and 3 generations of family ownership. Let Schwartz manage your business insurance program. Schwartz Insurance. Be sure. Check out Schwartz at BeSureOnline.com. That's BeSureOnline.com. Or call 387-1130. Schwartz Insurance. Be sure.
The 2018 new cars will be out soon, and most people don't take time to shop the loan rate when they buy an auto or truck. They just take what the dealership offers. See if you qualify for a lower rate. Refinancing your auto loan could save you hundreds of dollars over the term of your loan. First Choice has low rates, and they can work out a great payment plan just for you. Plus, you can feel good about borrowing from a local lender. Visit FirstChoiceCreditUnion.com and make First Choice Credit Union your first choice. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Farmers looking for a true vertical tillage tool that can run at high speeds and size residue without ridging are turning to the new Great Plains TurboMax. The TurboMax is the vertical tillage tool for all seasons. It allows the operator to hydraulically adjust gang angles to deliver the desired residue coverage. See the all-new TurboTax from Great Plains at Chili Implement today, or visit them at chiliimp.com. Chili Implement and Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
Marshfield Tigers trail Holmen here at halftime, 21-0. One other score to report, and that in Division 6 action this evening. The Auburndale Apaches lead their ball game with Crandon this evening. That contest is at Crandon tonight. And at halftime, Auburndale on top, 21-7. Ryan Isaacson with 3 touchdown passes in that ball game. Also at time, Spencer Columbus leads Oconto 21-2. And at halftime, Stratford leads Bondwell 20-13. So Auburndale, Stratford, and Spencer Columbus all winners at halftime this evening. Let's check our first half scoring plays for tonight. A service of Ag Country Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities throughout central Wisconsin. Marshfield Tigers got the football first this evening, went 3 and out, and Holmen got the football on their own 20-yard line. A 5-yard penalty gave Holmen the ball on the 25, and on their first play from scrimmage, quarterback Isaac Handlin went 75 yards for a touchdown, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. The extra point try was unsuccessful. Holmen led 6-0 with 10:23 remaining in the first quarter. Holmen scored on their next possession, an 11-play, 69-yard scoring drive capped by an 11-yard touchdown run by Drew Becker. Mitchell Torud on the PAT run to give Holmen a 14-0 lead with 3:02 remaining in the first quarter. And then Holmen scored again late in the second quarter to cap an 8-play, 61-yard scoring drive on a 37-yard touchdown pass from Handlin to Becker. Jared Johnson kicked the PAT, and Holmen led 21-0 with 4:07 remaining in the second quarter. Marshfield Tigers really have not threatened a score yet in this ball game. In fact, let's take a look at the first half stats in this ball game with Dale Yukaitis. Our stats update a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most, Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. And Dale, how about the first half numbers on this one tonight?
Well, tough going for the Marshfield Tigers. 0 on the board, only 90 yards of offense in this one, 37 on the ground in 13 attempts. Ryan Krieger with 37 yards in 6 carries. Brant Bowman minus 6 yards. Of course, Brant coming into this ball game tonight with an ankle injury that he suffered in the last ball game, so he's been pretty ineffective. Isaiah Byrell has carried 3 times for 9. Marshfield has thrown the ball for 53 yards on 5 of 11 passing by Krieger. 4 catches for Isaac Meverden so far for 27 yards in this ball game. Holmen moving quickly here as we're about ready to start the second half. 195 yards of offense. Some big plays. First offensive play of the game. Their quarterback, Isaac Hanlon, faked to the fullback and then kept the ball off tackle and went 74 yards just like that. The Tigers found themselves down 6-0 in this ball game. They've also scored on a 37-yard pass, and it's the only pass that Holmen has thrown tonight. 158 on the ground for Holmen, 37 through the air for that 195 yards. 1 of 1 passing for Isaac Hanlon, and the 37-yard touchdown catch by Drew Becker. Hanlon leads the rushers for Holmen with 113 yards in 10 carries, but as we've seen, Gene, Marshfield has done a much better job in this second quarter, much better job defensively against Holmen, and has forced some punting situations. Of course, then Holmen comes back at us with a fake punt that really hurt Marshfield.
Yeah, that did hurt. That led to that third score, and it'll be tough to overcome a 21-0 deficit. Holmen will get the football to start the second half, and Kevin Cable back in deep safety for the Vikings. Mason Coffrin kicking off for Marshfield to begin the second half of football.
Well, Marshfield's going to have to force some turnovers to be able to get back into this one. They have shown they can move the ball some, especially in that second quarter.
Here's the kick by Coffrin. A long drive, and that's well into the end zone for a touchback.
Marshfield with the wind at their back in this quarter. Kicking off a pretty strong wind, I'd say at least 15, sometimes a mile-an-hour wind, going from our right to left here, which I believe is south to north here in Holmen.
And so the Holmen offense back on the field. And out by senior quarterback Isaac Hanlon. 3 of those 4 backfield men are seniors. Cable is a junior. First and 10, Holmen at their own 20-yard line. Hanlon at quarterback. Cable goes in motion. Torud, the fullback, straight ahead for a couple. Gang tackled after a short gain. And Jared Johnsrud, last man off the pile. 2 yards for Torud on that play. Second and 8 for Holmen at their own 22-yard line. Clock moving quickly with Holmen not passing the football. Only 1 pass attempt in the first half, plus 1 quarterback sack. Second and 8, Holmen from their own 22. Hanlon hands to Torud again, upended at the 27-yard line. Went head over heels on a tackle made by a Tiger player. I believe that may have been Nialata on that play.
Nialata with a big hit there.
Yep.
Could be a candidate for a collision of the game.
6 more for Torud, so a 3rd and 2 for Holmen at their own 28-yard line. Holmen and Marshfield tonight, WIAA playoff action. 3rd and short. We'll see if the Tigers can come away with a stop here. Cable goes in motion, and Hanlon keeps it himself, has the first down, and spun down around the 34. Hanlon to the 34-yard line, picks up 6 on that run, and gives Holmen a first down at their own 34-yard line. We're still early in the second half, but Marshfield down in this ball game, 21-0. First and 10, Holmen at the 4. Tiger defense playing the run. A lot of guys up near that line of scrimmage. Hanlon sets down the line, and the handoff goes to Torud, the fullback. He takes a hard hit from Johnsrud at the 37. Gains 3 on that play.
Johnsrud getting up and kind of holding trying to flex his right shoulder after that hit. Big hit.
Yeah, he's made some big hits. Last year's quarterback and this year's linebacker. Not all that big, 5'10", 183, but playing a tough linebacker this year.
All-conference player as well.
2nd and 7 now for Holmen at their own 37. Holmen line is down. Cable goes in motion, and the fullback carries the ball. Torud out to about the 45-yard line. Stop near the first down marker. Tough run inside for Mitchell Torud. He's the fullback, 5'11", 160. Normally your fullback a lot bigger than that, but a tough runner on the inside, picks up 8 yards on that play, and a Holmen first down on their own 45-yard line.
Well, Holmen coming out, going back to the fullback, the first part of that option-type series, trying Marshfield to play tighter inside, and then eventually Hanlon will carry here to the outside.
Hanlon again sets down the line. Cable goes in motion, and it's the fullback toe root off tackle. Not much there. Neil Ott comes in and fills a gap, and he and several other Tigers in on that stop after a very short gain. Justin Stanek there as well. About 1 yard for toe root on that play to the 46. 2nd and 9 for Holmen, just across their own 45-yard line. 9:10 remaining, third quarter. Holmen leads 21-0.
Tollroot averaging 3.7 yards per carry so far in 10 attempts, 37 yards, and includes a 9-yarder on his first carry. So Tigers have stopped him pretty well.
Cable goes back in motion, and back to pass. And the ball knocked loose. It's on the ground, picked up by the quarterback Hanlon. And he's then spun down to the 37. A Tiger player came in, got up in the air, and knocked the ball away from Hanlon as he went to pass the football. Hanlon went back and fell in it. We have a holding call as well against Holmen on this play. Hanlon fell on the football back at the 37. That'd be a 9-yard loss. And the Tigers may take the play rather than the penalty here. Tiger player saw Hanlon passing, jumped into the air. As he came down, he knocked the ball out of Hanlon's hand. Ball rolled backwards, and Hanlon fell out back at the 37 for a loss of 9.
Yeah, Hanlon wouldn't have had any place to go with the ball. Again, Holmen sending a single receiver down the field like they did early on that 37-yard touchdown run, but he was double covered this time by the Tigers.
3rd and 18 for Holmen at their own 37. They've not faced this situation tonight. Becker goes, and he gets the handoff, crosses the 45-yard line, and pulled down at the 47. Nolan Hurdle on the stop after a gain of 10, but that will leave Holmen well shy of the first down. 4th and about 7 for Holmen at their own 47-yard line. And we presume Holmen will punt in this situation. Neil Ott back in deep safety for Marshfield as Drew Becker comes on to punt the football for Holmen with punting against the wind. An opening series, eating up 4 minutes of clock time for Holmen. Good snap, and Becker starts to run to the far sideline. It is a fake, heads for the far sideline. A flag goes down, and Becker carries across the 45-yard line of Marshfield, has the first down, but there's a flag down on the play. Penalty flag is down. Boy, they ran a fake punt. Deeper in their own territory.
Same one that they ran earlier in the game, running to the left side, and it just seems like they're counting players to one side and feel that they have an advantage with not enough people to the outside for Marshfield. This will go against Holmen.
Well, apparently Becker out of bounds prior to the first down marker. He did not get the first down. Out of bounds around the 46-yard line of Marshfield, and so the Tigers declined the penalty and take the play.
Okay.
So Becker actually ran for about 7 yards, but was stopped shy of the first down, and Marshfield takes over on their own 46-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw it, now's the time to do it.
And Krieger on first down will run the ball himself. Gains a couple of yards, but cut down around the 48-yard line.
Say that, of course, is the Tigers do have the wind behind their back. You know, sometimes, though, when you've got that strong a wind behind your back, it's sometimes not that easy to throw the ball. You have a tendency to throw the ball high or overthrow things with the advantage of the wind, but certainly easier than trying to throw into a 15, 20-mile-an-hour breeze.
2nd and 9 for the Tigers at their own 47. Tigers down 21-0. 7:10 left, third quarter. Gadel goes in motion. Krieger takes the snap. Hands off to Byrel, hit behind the line, can't get outside, but now spins away and gains a couple of yards. That play should have lost 1 or 2, but Byrel gains about 2 on that carry to the 48-yard line.
Good penetration that time by Holmen and almost stopped Byrel in the backfield, but he managed to bounce off of that player about 3 yards deep in his own backfield and pick up the couple yards.
Tigers now in a conversion situation, 3rd and 8 for Marshfield at their own 48-yard line. See if Krieger throws here. Meverton far side. 3 receivers. Krieger back to pass the ball. Throws to the near sideline. Caught by Bowman at the 45-yard line. Spins away and spun down around the 42. He'll have the first down on that pass play.
Well, Bowman giving ground after he caught that for a minute. I thought he was going to run himself back out of the first down, but nice spin move, and he got it across the first down marker. Now what do we have? A penalty here? Tigers backing up.
Now could be a penalty. That was a gain of 10.
Holmen players pointing towards Marshfield, a holding call.
Yep, looks like a penalty against Marshfield. That's a killer because that was a 10-yard gain and a first down. But that play comes back instead.
It's going to be marked off.
From the 45 back to the 35.
Yeah. So that flag thrown about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, marked off from that spot.
Yep.
I didn't see a flag anywhere on the field there.
It was on the line.
Okay.
But now it's 3rd and 21 for the Tigers at their own 35-yard line. Krieger sets down the line. Giedel goes in motion. And Ryan runs the option. Stops, runs back to the far sideline, gets hit, spins it back to Bowman. Ran up the far sideline to the 40, out of bounds around the 41.
Krieger took a big hit as he pitched that ball. He's up, he's okay.
Bowman runs for 6, maybe 7 to the 42. And it's now 4th and long, 4th and 14 for the Tigers at their own 42-yard line. And we presume Krieger will punt again.
I can't remember the last time that Marshfield has ever faked a punt.
On that Travis O'Kelly fake, how many years ago against Everest? Well, against Rapids in the playoff game. Krieger on to punt the football once again. Good snap, kicks it away. Good kick, backs Newsom up, bounces by him inside the 5-yard line and to the end zone for the touchback.
58-yard punt with the wind, low line drive, actually an end-over-ender, took a high bounce. Field in good shape, pretty firm here in Holmen.
Holmen football on their own 20 with 5:08 remaining in the third quarter.
By the way, it's a turf field too, not a artificial.
And Marshfield trailing 21-0. NFL football on Sunday. Carolina and Chicago, followed by Denver and the LA Chargers. That broadcast 11:30 Sunday morning on AM 1450 WDLB and on WDLB WOSQ.com.
Well, if you have hopes of getting back in this one, you got to turn something over here, make something happen pretty quick defensively.
Holmen football on their own 20-yard line. Halfway through the third by 3 scores. Hanlon sets down the line, runs the option, has a hole across the 25 and buried at the 27-yard line. Hit from behind by Bentley Schwanebeck Osterman, but a gain of 7 for the quarterback Hanlon. 2nd and 3 for Holmen at their own 27-yard line. Winner of this game gets Menominee or La Crosse Central next Friday in round 2 of the Division II playoffs. Isaac Hanlon, a quarterback, walking around behind the line of scrimmage, checking his wristband. Now sets down the line and runs the option once again. Has the first down across the 30 to the 33. And pulled down there by Justin Stanek. Got some help on that play as well, I believe, from Bryce Tolpin.
Score announced here at during the halftime. Menominee leading 33-0 at the half over the La Crosse school.
La Crosse Central, probably not really a surprising score there. 1st and 10 for Holmen at their own 34-yard line. Becker goes in motion, now gets the handoff, straight ahead across the 40, some tough running out to about the 44. And stopped there by Jackson Ott. Got some help on that play from Skylar Tyson, who's playing again this week. He's been sidelined week to week with injuries.
And the Holmen continues to chew up not only yards, but clock.
Yep, down to 3:40 remaining. They do not pass the ball very much, and so they keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving. 2nd and 1, Holmen at their own 43. Everybody checking their wristbands once again. That's the new thing in football these days. And here is Hanlon on the option. He gets hit behind the line and pulled back by John Howlett. He may not get the first down on that run. Good defensive job there by John Howlett. Hanlon stopped after a very short gain, maybe a half yard. 3rd and 1 for Holmen. Officials may want a measurement here.
Yeah. Boy, you got what?
Now they are saying first down.
What?
Now they're saying first down. 1st and 10, Holmen at their own 44-yard line.
Okay.
3:18 remaining, third quarter. And Marshfield trailing Holmen 21-0.
Official waved his hands above his head like he was going to call for the measurement, and then another official pointed first down. And that ball carrier was tackled a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Oh well.
Holmen back on the line of scrimmage. And Hanlon will keep it himself, in about 3 yards out to about the 47. And now a late flag comes in. Personal foul against Marshfield, a face mask call on the Tigers. Hanlon gains 3 to the 47. And Tigers get yardage marked off from there.
126 yards right now for Isaac Hanlon with 16 carries. Of course, first 74 of those coming on Holmen's first play from scrimmage.
That is a major infraction against the Tigers, and so the ball is moved all the way to the 37-yard line. Marshfield 37. So a first down for Holmen. Now 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. And Marshfield trails 21-0. Cable goes in motion. Hanlon again stops. Checks with the sideline.
I don't understand how you can do that. I'll explain in a minute.
Now Cable in motion. And it's the fullback Torud. And breaks in the secondary across the 15, the 10-yard line, the 5-yard line, near the goal line, and gets in for the touchdown. 37 yards with the fullback Mitchell Torud. And Marshfield now trails 27-0. 8-play, 80-yard scoring drive for Holmen. Holmen expands its lead with that run by Torud. And Johnson on to try to kick the PAT.
Flawless transportation service and maintaining excellent safety standards. If you'd like to be the power of red, call Rail Transport 715-591-3795, an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
You're listening to Marshfield Tiger football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer. With Delia Kaitis, I'm Gene Delisio. Now late in the third quarter here at Holmen, and Holmen leads Marshfield 28-0 in this Division II playoff opener.
Comment I made earlier, Holmen has a quarterback put his hands under center. Wingback starts in motion and freezes behind the fullback, and then the quarterback turns around, pulls his hands out from under center, and turns around very quickly, and that simulates a snap, but must have been doing it all season long because nobody's calling anything. Very deceptive.
Preston Lemire to kick off for Holmen. Lines one down the near sideline, grabbed by Jackson on the 26. Heading for the far sideline, can't turn the corner. Now gets upfield across the 30 to about the 35-yard line. And Marshfield takes over from there.
I realize a comment like I just made kind of sounds like sour grapes, but nevertheless, Holmen has played some very good football tonight. I certainly don't want to denigrate what they've done a couple times early in this ball game until they got used. Chance to try to get some points on the board with not a lot of time left.
1st and 10 Tigers at their own 33-yard line. And the Holmen coaching staff ordering one of their players off the field. And he's getting an earful as he comes off. Unsportsmanlike against Holmen. A discount of $10,000. Save $10,000 on this 2017 Enclave. See it on the lot at Gross Motors in Marshfield or at grossauto.com. Well, because of the sportsmanlike conduct penalty, the ball comes out to the 42-yard line. And it is 2nd and 1 for Marshfield. 2nd and 1 Tigers at their own 42. Tigers set down their line, and Krieger fades to pass here. Gets hit in the backfield, spins away, runs to the far sideline, chased down from behind, and pulled down near the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain on that play, so there's not a quarterback sack. But Ryan still shy of the first down by a yard. 3rd and 1 for Marshfield at their own 42. 90 seconds left in the period.
Holmen sending 6 players, 7 players on a lot of these plays, a lot of blitzes. Right now, tough for Krieger to be able to take the snap and get back and find a way to throw the football.
Fravert, Bowman, and Gadel all wide near side. Krieger to throw to the near sideline, caught by Bowman for the first down just across the 45. Quick pitch to Brand Bowman, gains 4 yards to the 46, and a first down for Marshfield at their own 46-yard line with 1:10 remaining in the third quarter, and Holmen leading 28-0. Wing, and Krieger runs the option, keeps the ball and gets hit in the field, spun down at the 44-yard line. Krieger on the option will lose 2. Brings up 2nd and for Marshfield at their own 44-yard line. Has time, throws to the far sideline, and that's Caden. Yes, it is Caden Pierce, pulled down. The catch for Marshfield, his 6th of the year.
Good job that time.
10 Tigers. 40. Krieger will throw again, far sideline. Ball is caught just inside the 30 on a sideline play. Now once again, pick up a 10 more on that pass play. As the Tigers line up, 3 receivers on the near side once more. The 15, and stop right there. Period complete here at Holmen. Our score after 3 periods, Holmen 28 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. We'll come back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
For nearly 50 years and 2 generations, Lang Furniture of Marshfield has been manufacturing furniture for retail stores all over the nation. To accomplish that job, it takes time and dedication to meet the needs of their customers. A complete team effort to get the job done. Lang Furniture thanks you for listening as these young athletes make that same team effort. Good luck to all the players and coaches. They hope you'll continue to follow that team concept throughout.
Chili Implement is your Gale and Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Wisconsinites know that winter is right around the corner, and now is the best time to be ready for the snow. Whether it's a walk behind or tractor, head to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located on County Road Y, just north of US Highway 10 in Chili.
Holmen 40, and it's 1st and 20 for the Tigers as start the fourth quarter with Marshfield trailing 28-0.
But the flag throwing.
First and 20 for the Tigers. Line, and Krieger throws near side to Fravert and makes the catch in a crowd, then drops it. He was sandwiched at the 32 and coughed it up. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 Tigers at the Holmen 40-yard line. Tigers have not been shut out in a playoff game since they were beaten by Menominee in that quick pass play. Sets up a 3rd and 16 for the Tigers at the Holmen 36. Holmen scored on their first two possessions, scored on their first play from scrimmage, and they've not looked back tonight. 3rd and 16. Krieger fades to pass again. Has time, throws deep along the near sideline, has Pierce out there, but overthrows him at the sideline at the 12-yard line. Separation on a defensive back, but he was overthrown a bit. Now again, Krieger throwing against a pretty here and could not put that ball on target.
Wind blow our hash mark and leading Pierce out there, and that ball just seemed to kind of hang up and just kind of keep drifting towards this near sideline.
So a 4th down play for the Tigers. 46-yard line. Gadel getting set on the far side. Krieger back in the pistol. And Krieger to pass across the middle, and it's in across the 30, cuts back to the 35-yard. Holmen offense back on the field. And here's the quarterback, Hanlon. He'll keep across the 35 and stopped right there. Pulled down by Nolan Hurdle. Quarterback Hanlon running for about 6 to mark him down, or to mark him down on the 36-yard line. 2nd and 2. Marshfield Tigers have a tough road here, down by 4 scores in the final quarter. And Holmen has the ball back. 2 turnovers field tonight.
10.5 minutes left in our game.
Holmen, Isaac Hanlon, a quarterback. He sets up and runs the option himself across the 35. Bentley Schwannebeck Osterman on the 31, but Hanlon gains 5. 1st and 10, Holmen from the Tiger 32. Hanlon again keeps it. Positive yardage inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Austin Schreiner on that tackle. Gain of 8 for Hanlon on that play. And a 2nd and 2 for Holmen, 23. Holmen may be.
He came off the field.
Yep.
Looks like he and then dropped to the ground and his ankle or lower leg.
And so a timeout taken on the field. Remaining in regulation time. Marshfield trailing 28-0. Tiger football, stainless steel products. They supports the youth of Central Wisconsin. Football on the Tiger 23-yard line as the injured player comes off the field. Play set to resume. Holmen back at the line of scrimmage. First and 10 for Holmen at the Tiger 20. Holmen now has the ball at the Rail Red Zone. Contact rail.jobs and join the winning rail team. Experience the power of red from Rail Transport in Marshfield. First and 10, Holmen at the Tiger 20. 9:25 left. Tigers trail 28-0. Full house backfield again. The fullback Toerud lines up on his knees and now shifts into a 4-point stance. He gets the handoff, fumbles the football, picked up by a Tiger player, Nolan Hurdle at the 18-yard line. Ball was fumbled forward. Nolan Hurdle grabs it. And the Tigers have the football. Nolan Hurdle on the recovery, his 2nd of the year, his first, went for that touchdown as he recovered the football in the end zone against D.C. Everest, but no at their own 18-yard line.
Bring in the house.
Not much doubt what the Tigers are doing right now to get the game a bit more even. Throwing the football likely. the ball back. Yard line. Tigers really have not threatened to score yet tonight. They've had the ball inside Holmen territory, but have not really threatened the Holmen goal line tonight.
Offense, a keeper, a straight T type old-fashioned football for Holmen tonight.
1st and 15 from the 15. And here's Krieger keeping the ball around end across the 20, 25, the 30, 31-yard line.
Nice job. Ryan with a good fake. Found a lot of room around.
He'll get the first down on that run. Picks up 6 yards on that carry. 31, 8:50 remaining. Tigers 28-0. Fullback, Caden Pierce goes in motion. And here's Spiral.